We are brothers from another mother.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Brothers from Another Mother Beer Tasting. My name is Henry. This is Chris.
Hello.
And we have a special guest today. His name is Rod. And
Rod.
Rod is going to talk to us about some of his favorite beers today, and he's going to take us through some of what he's thinking, and we're going to find out some more, and get some great feedback, we hope.
Well, and by the way, we should say that Rod showed up today with beer. And Henry and I have no idea what's before us other than we saw the labels and we saw some of the things that we're about to drink, just like you're seeing them now.
Right.
But we had no clue until Rod showed up and brought these items to us today. So welcome, Rod.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Why don't you tell us, let's see, should we just go through each one? Should we have him choose our beers?
I'm going to have him choose our beers because I'd like to see what Rod brought to the table, so I'd like to hear from him.
We can do that.
Okay. Well, why don't we just choose one that you'd like to start with and tell us what you brought.
I think we're going to go over here to our right, your left, and let's spin that around so that we can see it. So we can properly.
Oh, they're here.
This one right here.
All right.
So
bring it forth.
This is going to be wonderful.
This is from England. It's Samuel Smith Imperial Stout.
Ooh.
Now, I've had some Samuel Smith before, but I've never had their Imperial Stout. And what I have had was good. But my ballpark, what I love, is the dark, heavy beers.
Mm-hmm.
And this, any good stout should fit in that category. So I wanted to take a little walk through this and see how this turns out.
I can't wait.
I can't either. Bust that puppy open.
Yeah, and now you know why we invited Rod to be with us today.
Because Rod always brings the good stuff.
He always brings the good stuff. All right.
I'm loving that color already. Nice and dark. Good head on it. Oh my God.
Wow.
The dark roast that's in there is apparent.
The aroma is well.
Look at that head just sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys taste?
Beer.
Actually, I don't know if anybody here has had Whorehound candy.
Whorehound candy.
Never even heard of it.
This was my grandfather, great-grandfather's favorite kind of candy. It is dark. It's like a roasted syrup that almost burnt.
Yeah.
And bitter. And that's why most people don't like it and why it doesn't sell much nowadays. But if you know Whorehound and you like the flavor of it, this would do it for you.
Okay. Whorehound.
You must remember that one. Where do you get that from?
Well, there's a candy store in Jackson that has it.
Oh, okay.
Again, everybody's going to taste different things.
Yeah.
This is more bitter than I thought it was going to be, quite honestly. I like it, but it's just got that sort of dark chocolate bitterness a little bit on the finish is what I'm tasting. I don't know. Do you guys taste that at all, or is it just me?
That is present. It's hard to get anything past the first flavor, but that does come up at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like the finish of the dark chocolate. It tastes pretty good.
What is the
alcohol content?
Alcohol content.
I think it was like 11.
Oh, 7.
7%.
7%. Not bad. That's like just enough to be an Imperial.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's really good.
It.
Very tasty.
Yes, very tasty.
Now, have you had this beer before?
Not this one.
Oh, okay.
I've had some Samuel Smith, but not this.
Okay.
Okay.
I think you're right. I think I've had some Samuel Smith. I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't this Imperial Stout for sure. This is good.
Very good.
Good find.
Good find.
So Rod, how do you know us? I guess maybe you should start out with your story.
Well,
Rod's got stories.
Rod's got great stories.
it begins with Hank here. In fact, I'd met Jackie a little bit before I met you, but we all worked in the same building.
Yeah.
And one day it was time for lunch, so I walked into the break room and I looked down, and let me be blunt, it's easier that way. Here's a black man sitting eating fried chicken and watermelon. And I'm dark in my head, and inside there's laughter going on, and I'm probably snickering, and he looks up and barks, "What?" Okay, if we're going to go there, let me bark back. And it's like, I hate it when I see somebody following stereotypes. And he looked at me, and I could see the wheels turning, and he's going to go one or two ways. He's going to yell at me or he's going to laugh. And the whole room went silent. There's like 20 other people in there.
Oh my gosh.
And nothing, crickets. And I'm waiting. And I'm sure I'm snickering. And he gets to laughing, and I get to laughing, and we immediately hit it off. We had cleared all of the things out of the way.
Yep.
It didn't matter that I was about as white pink as you can get. And he's the darkest man in the room.
Yeah. Love it.
So that was one of the things I loved the first time I tuned into your guys' podcast or YouTube channel. That's it. You covered it right at the beginning. Got it out of the way. I love that.
Yeah.
So
that's great.
That's what brought me in. And of course, you're part of the family.
Yep.
So wife's sister's husband. There we go.
All right. So let's get into the next one here, Rod. Which one do you want to pick for us?
Yeah.
Oh, I want that. I've had Old Rasputin before.
Chris.
Oh, but I've never had it barrel aged.
Ooh.
So when I saw that on the shelf, I knew it was going home with me.
Well, let's grab that Old Rasputin. Let's open her up and see what she's got.
Let's see, where am I?
Right there.
Right here?
Yep.
Short, fat one.
I'm like, where is it?
Short, fat one.
Oh.
Now, this one's another North Coast beer, and it's their reserve. So we're looking forward to this one for sure. We've tried the Old Rasputin before in the past. We did find that the original Rasputin was a little bitter, but this is their reserve, and so we're looking really forward to seeing what this is going to taste like.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Mm.
Oh my God.
There's so much flavor.
There's so much flavor
in this.
Yeah, but a lot of the edges is gone.
Oh my God, the edges are way gone.
Mm.
I mean, it's all there, but just toned down appropriately.
Yes,
right.
Definitely.
Now, North Coast is a brewery just north of us here, but it's Northern California, along the coast, North Coast.
They're at the other end of Highway 12 from us.
That's right. Highly recommend if you're up in this area, check these guys out. I have had an Old Rasputin before, never this barrel aged.
No.
This is completely different.
Yes.
In my opinion. This is wonderful.
It is very wonderful.
Thank you for getting this. This is great.
Thank you very much.
There's a couple more in there.
We know what we're doing later.
Yes.
After this.
What are your thoughts on this one?
I love it. I absolutely love it. I mean, I love the dark heavies and I love the hit, but when they can take all the edges off and you just get to hear or feel the bass notes of it, and everything kind of levels things out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That is wonderfully done. They have some masters down there.
Oh, definitely. I agree with that. I mean, because the original Old Rasputin that we've had previously in the past, that one has some sharp edges, but this one here, I mean, the barrel aged, it's a Russian Imperial Stout, and it's a bourbon barrel aged. So this is a wonderful beer. This one actually brings Old Rasputin back to the table for me. I like this one.
Fort Bragg, California.
We're gonna make a trip.
By the way, we should point out, we received some feedback from good friends that Henry and I should be doing fresh glasses each taste.
We changed out the glasses.
We are starting that officially now and doing that moving forward,
Yes,
right?
we'll be doing that moving
At
forward.
least that's the plan.
So you can stop cringing.
Stop cringing.
We know who you are.
I love it.
All
This
right,
is
let's
great.
get to the
All
next
right,
one here.
I'll let you change me out.
All right.
A fresh set.
Yes. What else you got here, Rod?
Yeah, what's next?
Well, I'm going to go all the way to the end here.
All right.
Ooh, another bourbon barrel age. I'm looking
So
forward to this.
this is Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Imperial Milk Stout. So I love having Imperial in there. Never have tasted this. I just found it on the shelf and I figured, good enough. We'll bring this home.
All right, looking forward to this
Well,
one too.
that sounds wonderful. So, bourbon. So we probably will get some caramel
Look, the pores are getting a little bit bigger.
type. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Each
You
pour.
want me to take some out of the glass?
I don't take it out of the glass.
No, I'll take it out.
All by
I'll just take
myself.
Give me that bottle. Let me see that
And,
bottle.
and by the way, we're at 12%.
Oh, hey. The afternoon's getting good.
I have to admit that I love above 10.
Did you get it? Oh, okay. Yeah, so I was like, where?
Yeah, finding the percentage of alcohol in these bottles is getting interesting.
So
Yeah,
this
turn them
says Lexington Brewing and Distilling Company in Lexington, Kentucky, and then it looks like Grand Rapids, Michigan is maybe where they also maybe bottle it or something.
So who's the brewer again?
It says Lexington Brewing and Distilling Company.
Okay.
So if they're brewers and distillers, this is all happening in one spot.
This is good.
The nose is very light.
Oh, yeah. I
I'm
love the
surprised.
aroma.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I get
That's smooth. That's very smooth.
caramel. Caramel and something sharp in there on top of it.
Which could be, well, I would say the alcohol, but that's not going to make it sharp. The alcohol is probably activating a lot of the flavors right now.
Yep. Coffee.
Yeah,
Coffee.
it's
for
probably
sure.
just the malt.
The malt. Yeah, it's the malt.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm feeling.
It's
is
like
the
a
coffee.
dark malt flavor.
Oh, definitely. So what do you think about this one, Rod?
I like it. I like it. It's. I wouldn't give it the highest points because Rasputin was just so amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd cross the street to get another one of these.
Yeah, I'll cross the freeway just to get the entire company.
Henry just shows up and says, okay, I'm running this place now.
You guys have done a
All
wonderful
you
job.
guys-
Nobody's getting laid
everybody
off.
leave.
Everybody's getting a raise. After work, let's go drink some beers. Let's go enjoy ourselves. Let's enjoy our product. This is good. It's nice and smooth. Get a coffee and a cocoa flavor to it. And chocolate flavor smell, but this is a good. It does have a decent head. It's got the dark color, which is what we like in the Imperials.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could smell this all day. If I could put this in a scent thing and put it in my car, yes, I would.
What I am noticing after several sips is the alcohol, the taste of the alcohol, and the flavors that alcohol often carry are now kicking in.
Yeah.
There's not quite syrupy, but
Mm-hmm.
a wonderful, wonderful, sharp, dark flavor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's got that. It still has that bitter sort of dark chocolate is the only word that is coming to, or only thing that's coming to mind when when that finish happens, and it's got that bitter taste to it.
That's interesting you say that because I don't taste the bitterness. I taste the smoothness on the end when it's finishing off, and I don't taste that bitterness at all. So, like you said, it's different for everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's
Good example.
That's a good example of it. Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Okay.
This one is simply for fun, in my view.
Yeah.
I am Scottish. I do like wearing a kilt. And I have grown extremely fond of this over the years.
Great.
I don't know that it stands up to everything else that we have here, but it's just fun. Man.
Sure.
It's a Scottish ale, so we'll see.
Yeah, so this is, what is it called?
It's called,
Oh, I'm sorry, tilt lifter.
Okay. That's okay. I like that, the enthusiasm comes first.
I'm loving that color. I am so loving that color. That is a great color.
Which now we're starting to, go back to where we started with that English style imperial.
Oh yeah, definitely. But this one is more of an amber.
And I did not look at the ABV on this.
So this is 8%.
8%.
All right.
Not bad.
Didn't think it would be that high.
Style ale.
Scottish Redhead.
Moylan's? Is that how you pronounce that?
Moylan's. That's
Moylan's?
It's Moylan's.
So where are these guys from?
Oh my. That's a different smell.
Yeah, much lighter.
Oh, it is definitely lighter.
So Moylan's Brewing Company, Novato, California. Novato.
Welcome to the channel, Novato. What do you think of that smell? I can't place it.
Well, it's a Scotch style ale, so I'm smelling like the malt.
I'm smelling fruit.
But you're right. It is a sweeter,
it's fruity smell.
A little figgy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think you nailed it. It's a fig.
Oh, that's a smooth taste. That is definitely a smooth taste.
Oh.
Yeah. And you get that figgy taste in there too. With that, it's kind of fruity, but it's the figgy taste that you're referring to. That's a good one.
Now, from my experience with this, and I do have some, it's too easy to drink. It's got enough flavor in it to keep you interested, and it's not so powerful with all that flavor to knock you over, and it just kind of sneaks up on you.
Yeah, it's got enough alcohol to say, hey, come back.
But if you ain't driving home,
don't worry about it.
That's right. Yeah, this is great. We did some Scotch style or Scottish ales in our first episode, and this is much different than any of those we tried as well.
I think all of those were on the lighter side, the blonder side. This one is definitely a red, as you all can see. Yeah, I mean it's got great color. It has a great head to it when you start, before when you pour it into a glass. It's got great flavor, even excellent smell. I love the bouquet on this one. It's great. So, Rod,
yes,
thank you very much. This was an excellent selection. I think.
Thank you.
You definitely nailed it. If you have a reserve, that was it right there. Because, buddy, you did excellent.
This was my pleasure.
Oh, it's ours.
It really was. I was glad to be here, take part. Beer is one of my favorite things in the world. Dark beers, even more so.
Well, thank you for sharing these and stopping by. And this is fun. I like having guests on the show. This is kind of fun.
Definitely, it was fun. So I do have another question for you, my friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm putting you on the spot. Name them. Which one's your fave?
Oh yeah, least.
Easy.
Rank them your favorite to least.
Yes.
I've already got it. We're going to start over here with the barrel-aged Old Rasputin. I'm a big fan of barrel aging.
All right.
And for exactly the reason that makes this one wonderful is they took the sharp edges off of it. They promoted the center and the warmth that's in it. You can't go wrong. That is absolutely amazing.
Nice.
I'm going to skip back over here to Samuel Smith.
Okay.
Not the heaviest, and I do like heavier beers, but the amount and the breadth of the flavor, and for me, Whorehound is a flavor. I like I like black licorice and Whorehound are two of my favorites, and that definitely has a wonderful Whorehound flavor in the middle of it, and there's no other way to describe it. That nails it exactly.
It's like nostalgic for you.
Yep, exactly.
That's good.
That's what's great about beers and discovering all the flavors. There's flavors that take you back, and you didn't even know they would take you back until you're drinking them.
And then you're like, oh my God, I just went back to my childhood.
Yeah.
Exactly. I had to learn to like Whorehound And there was plenty of teasing from my grandfather and my dad before I got there. It's all the candy you want if you can eat it. Okay. Set me a challenge.
Yeah.
Then we're going to go back over here because can I turn that around again?
Oh, yeah.
Yesterday was a long time ago. So Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Milk Stout. I had never seen it before. I had tasted some Kentucky Bourbon Barrel before, but not their milk stout. And that was nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, one of my favorite all times is dead last in this, but still worth having.
Oh, yeah.
Kilt Lifter, just for the hilarity of the name and having experienced that before, wonderful. Mine's out of the gutter. Win. I'm a show off. But yeah, just fun. It's common. It's out there, and the common is good because you can find it. It's out there.
Yeah.
So, thanks again.
Yeah.
This has been wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chris, what about you?
You think my ranking? Well, I agree with you, Rod. I like this Old Rasputin barrel aged. This is just wonderful. I didn't realize they made a barrel aged version of this.
We're going to the store, aren't we?
Yeah, I will be on the hunt for this in the future whenever I'm looking for my Old Rasputin fix. So that's exciting. But yeah, I would say number one is that for sure. I think for me, number two, just again, this is my personal preference and style would be this Kentucky, the Bourbon Barrel Milk Stout. And this is a great, I love the flavors of that. But I'm also a big bourbon fan too. So that could be part of the reason why.
There you go.
And then I would say third is, the Samuel Smith Imperial Stout. That was great. And I like English style ales. And then, just really, I would say very closely behind that, not far, would be this Kilt Lifter. I, again, enjoy all four immensely. But, if I'm forced to rank, that's my ranking.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's unanimous because all three of us like the Old Rasputin Barrel Aged is number one. That is definitely a good one. Like Rod said, it takes off the edges of the Old Rasputin, but the Barrel Aged one is definitely a good beer. My number two, I'm going to have to go with the Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Aged over there with Chris. Sorry, I'm going to have to break tradition. I do love the Kilt Lifter. I love my reds.
Nice.
It's very good. I like it. I like how smooth it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I will definitely be putting the Samuel Smith Imperial Stout in my fridge because that's going to be my old standby for when I sit by during the holidays and say, y'all have fun shopping. I'm drinking my beer and sitting on the game. I'm playing games because that's me gaming.
Yep.
So yeah, all three of us have different opinions on the beers here. We all have agree with the Old Rasputin.
Mm-hmm.
I think for the three of us, we've all tasted the Old Rasputin, and we've all tasted the barrel-aged Old Rasputin. This one is definitely number one. If you see it in the store, get it. Try it. It's going to be great. You're going to love it. And then from there, you can just choose whatever you want. If you keep watching our channel, you'll get some ideas as to what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but definitely go up to Flagstaff, or what is it, Fort Bragg.
Fort Bragg. Mm-hmm.
To North Coast. Try out all their beers. They're always good.
Yeah. Yeah, they always have fun stuff on tap. I know that they've had, items like this on tap there. And that's like any brewery, really. Yeah. You're always going to get things at the brewery that you won't necessarily find in the stores or just may be not readily available in stores when you want them. So
true.
It's good to visit places.
Yeah. And if you happen to be up in Fort Bragg, they are also going to have Brother Thelonious in there.
Yes.
And if you've never had Brother Thelonious, it is pleasant. It's, I think, the best way I can describe it. Wonderful to sit down with a bomber of that.
Yeah.
slow, take it easy. It's worth just taking your time with it.
Yes, definitely is. And Brother Thelonious, I think that was the first one you turned me on to.
Probably.
Yeah, and it was wonderful. And I have not stopped drinking that beer. That's a good beer.
It's one of my favorites.
Right, you look like
And ladies and gentlemen, we are not paid by North Coast by any means.
No, we're not. So
only in pleasure.
Yeah.
Although North Coast, if you're listening, no.
We'd like to come to a show at your store.
Invite us up. We'd love to toot your horn for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, great. Well, this was wonderful.
This was very wonderful.
Cheers, fellows.
Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate the selection you made today.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah, it was great.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us.
Yes.
We'll see you again next week with Brothers from Another Mother, and hopefully we have some new selections. Mm-hmm. We're not going to tell you what it is.
No.
You're going to find
We don't even know what it is.
Exactly.
We'll just kind of make it up as we go.
Yep. Bye.
Bye. Cheers.
Nice meeting you.